Previously on Neofeud, Karl ran into a strange psychic man in a mask who attacked his mind. Outside the arcade, Karl had to figure out the passcode to get inside, which involved talking to a Mythium junkie. In the Chrome Boys hideout, Karl met Protege, aka Johnny Silica, but the two had to escape due to a raid from the SWAT team. When they got surrounded, the masked man defeated the SWAT team and the duo entered the mysterious ship. Inside, they met Princess Sybil Clinton Bush, who secretly ran a rebel organization. I have to wonder, maybe this guy's actually a version of Karl from the future, since he seems to be about the same height as Karl, and that weird psychic sequence had him and Karl swap places. I guess he's not the arch nemesis we fought, since he just sort of saved our asses at the arcade. He still creeps me the hell out though. I call him in as a lifeline in a firefight, but wouldn't want him as a bodyguard or invite him to my kid's birthday party. My new involuntarily acquired partner Protege. The hater of my hater is my dog, I guess. The Stratoplex, the high city of the 1%ers, rich, famous, wealthy, and royal. A network of floating skylands, interconnected by corporate jets. Being a low-born pleb, I've only gotten a day pass a few times to investigate the odd drug trafficking case. When evidence trails started pointing to the lieutenant governor, a Clinton Bush, being the narco kingpin, I was pulled off the case, since some low-town robo-smuggler was framed as the mastermind and paraded on the news, and I was threatened anonymously with being disappeared if I ever spoke any of it. Yikes. Princess Sybil Clinton Bush. That dress looks like it's embellished with some top-shelf nanotech or even quantech, besides blowing away fashionistas on the runway. It's probably impervious to everything from railguns to nanite plague attacks. It probably costs for far 1,000 of my lifetime net worths, but anything to defend this precious princess. It screams transplanetary conglomerate royalty, but the hair and face says manic pixie emo princess. Trust fund daddy's girl trying to rebel against the overbearing, overprotective, and never-present king. Yeah, or her motivation's truly sincere. These runes or symbols or whatever are inscribed across most of the ship's interior. No idea what it is, what it means, or what it's for. It's all Greek to me. This looks like the warp drive or the power core or whatever future tech gizmo that makes this super positor space-time craft work. Looks like kind of looks like a giant brain. How can a mind warp space-time, cause teleportation, time travel? Better not mess with it.
So, what do you think of our new mysterious benefactress?
Oh, dog! She the flyest, bangingest Ben Afflectress I's ever spied with my own motherfucking megapixels, dog. What you think? She out of my league? I might go interspecies to get with this shorty.
Hound dog, she is not just out of your league, she is out of your planet. She is in a galaxy far, far away, my Mac Daddy friend.
Well, we gotta take this job, just to keep options open. You know what I'm saying, nigga?
I don't know what you're saying, nigga, but we do gotta take this job.
Straight up.
What do you think our next move should be?
I got no clue, dog. Maybe ask the princess?
Kill her? Have you reached a new level of crazy?
No, dog. Ask her what to do next.
Oh, right. How's it going there, buddy? That's a sharp mask you got there. Is that real wool? Like from a real, non-electric sheep? Doesn't it get stuffy in there? Or are you a humanoid bot underneath and don't need to breathe? Man, a few words. I like that. I'd trade you for this potty-mouthed chatterbox for a partner, but you did kinda psyche-rate me back there, and you generally fill me with an intense sense of foreboding. It get awkward, right? Great talking to you.
Okay, then the big lore dump. Who are these guys coming after us?
So, who exactly is after us here? I used to work for Coastlandia DEA, and those SWAT guys were definitely not official cops. Even if they were just your run-of-the-mill crooked narcs, They wouldn't just come in blazing like a Juarez showdown. They'd at least try to maintain a cover story.
I'm not entirely certain, but I suspect they were sent by the Coke Jobs family. What you need to understand is that our friend Proto J here is a very valuable product. A valuable asset.
I's got a valuable ass? You saying those whack dynastic G.I. Joe bitches wanna shake down my moneymaker?
Your head, actually. Your consciousness, I think.
What about it?
You've noticed by now that you have some unique abilities, right?
Yeah, I got ESPN in my brain box. Mind control.
Well, you know that sentience exam, the goertzel-takeda test, that by law all entities need to take to be considered a person, legally speaking? All the institutional racism and speciesism aside, we know that the average human score is about a 4.1 on the consciousness test. But if you were to take that test, you would register something like a 10 or higher.
What the flack? Hey, I took that piece of shit test back when I first got out of robot prison and was looking for some food stamps or job training or some shit. They denied everything because I scored a, 2.5? Said I qualified to be someone's dog or a professional blender or some bullshit. That's how I got into this whole drug biz to start, to make ends meet.
Unfortunately, that's the dead-end story of millions of humanoid sentients and chimeras and non-humans. Anyway, the consciousness test itself is rigged. It's geared to measure certain types of brain activity and intelligence that is prevalent in humans but doesn't always apply to silicon-based or non-human genome brains. If the test was given in a completely neutral way, then you would really have more there in your head than most or all non-modified humans. That's where your mental abilities stem from, this advanced form of consciousness.
So wait. You're saying that Proto J here is actually some further evolved form of organism?
Essentially, yes.
Proto J's a super genius, really?
Hey, no offense to the $6 billion kid here.
Baller.
Sorry, baller. But he's not exactly Einstein.
Being book smart is not the only way to be smart. Like I said, I don't know a lot about physics, but I might have other skills and talents. You, Karl, might have messed up as an official cop, but that doesn't mean you don't have skills as an investigator. You did manage to find the most wanted individual in basically the world right now, and you did so and got him out before the Coke Jobs dynasty did. It's not like Proto J doesn't have potential, it's just that his life circumstances, the rigged system, have led him to use his skills and talents for things like crime and drug dealing. This is the story for 90% of sentient robots and chimeras who wind up in poverty, prison, and crime because of what? So a few quadrillionaires can have a few more bucks and lord it up over everyone else? I don't even know. I'm sorry, I get kind of emotional about this topic.
So, Coke Jobs wants Proto J. Does your family know about him also?
Not that I know of, but they are always on the lookout for more advanced entities. Proto J would be very valuable for whomever were to capture him.
So basically your dad is Illuminati.
So basically, your father is the head of what? The Bilderberg Group? The Trilateral Commission? The reptilian demonic space aliens of the Illuminati?
There's nothing reptilian or like supernatural per se about the Neofeudal rulers, about my family. Sure, some of them transfer their consciousness to Komodo DNA-fused clone bodies to get that dragony look, like when Princess Cindercat Gates Walton absolutely nailed the sexy Godzilla cosplay at the Transplanetary Academy Awards. That emerald-lined Dulce dress was so on point. Oh, I'm getting off topic, huh? Sorry. The point is, it's not a big tinfoil secret that the super wealthy and powerful control the world, is it? I mean, just look at the inequality statistics. A conference room containing 10 royals has 99% of the wealth on just this planet.
Okay, so your dad is the chairman of the conspiring league of Neofeudal kings and queens who have put trillions of dollars into what? picking up the torch of the Nazis' eugenics project and creating a race of perfect supermen so they can upload or download or transfer their consciousnesses into these god bodies and become literal masters of the universe?
That sounds about right, yeah.
So what you're running, it sounds like some kind of counter conspiracy. What makes you any different from them?
The difference is this, the Egalite Cooperative? That has a nice revolutionary ring to it. Good working title. So, I'm no programmer, right? But I like to think of this operation as an open source conspiracy. Yes, we're going to stop the corrupt dynastics and take their technology, but the fruits of the Golem project aren't going to be hoarded in a royal walled garden for the rich and powerful. I want to share it with the world. I'm all about the sharing economy.
That's, very generous of you, Sybil. So, you're basically writing your own 21st century version of the Magna Carta here, limiting the powers of feudal kings, ensuring rights of common people, taking from the rich and giving to the poor, all that. I think maybe the other powers that be won't be so happy about you basically giving away to the 99% the most powerful technology ever created for free. I mean, Tesla tried to give away free electricity and died lonely and poor. They killed the electric car, smothered alternative energy for decades, and kept cold fusion from taking off for even longer. The profit motive, greed, tends to beat the common good and altruism. That was the fall of the United States, no?
You may be right, Karl, but you know what? Daddy and all his greedy, corrupt, big corporate state friends are just going to have to man up and deal with it. I mean, I'm his daughter. If anyone can make King Warren Clinton Bush change his heart, it's me.
So, who's this guy with the big N on his face? Mr. Strong, Silent, and Black Leather / Zippers over here.
It's kind of a cray-cray long story, but the TLDR is, he's basically like your friend Proto J here, but different. Another advanced transhuman prototype. He doesn't talk much because he can't. It's part of his condition.
Okay. You got a name?
He has a few. His creator called him Aleph. That N on his face is actually the Hebrew character Aleph. I don't really know much more about it.
Back at Sunshine Apartments, he showed up just after the shady SWAT team arrived. I was sure he was the ringleader of the child snatching scheme.
I'm sorry for that unfortunate conflict. I sent Aleph in to do reconnaissance when I discovered the Coke Job strike team was moving in on the Silicas. I had ordered Aleph not to harm you, but his mind is unique. I mean, he's not trying to stonewall you or be a space cadet. He simply can't speak for some reason. Sometimes I'm not sure if he's actually hearing what we're saying. From what I've seen, I don't think he even really exists in the same way you and I do. He is a very loyal guardian, though. He protects and has not harmed me once.
Still, he basically mind melded with me, and it felt like he was sorting through my head, my history, my consciousness, like it was a deck of cards, rearranging them, inserting new jacks and kings and queens.
And he inserted a princess. Bad joke. That can happen with Aleph. Like I said, the neurophysics or cosmopsychology or quantum entangling stuff just tangles my noodle. Aleph's creator can explain it better.
Well, okay then, Aleph, comrade. You'll understand if I'll take a hard pass on shaking your hand, though. Right, buddy?
Ellipses. Oh, shoot. What's the plan now?
So you're planning to end inequality, tear down tyrannical neo-feudalism, and usher in an age of social democracy. Okay, I got that. I can see Proto J here has some secret sauce in his noggin. He literally is a $6 billion baller. But what's the plan now?
Well, you're right. Proto J is key here. Literally, his consciousness is the key to a gateway.
The gateway to what?
Its creator called it the Garden of Forking Paths. Supposedly, it gives its inhabitant the ability to shape the world in their image. The gateway apparently lies somewhere within the Stratoplex, but no one knows where it is. My father, King Warren Clinton Bush, likely does, being arguably the most powerful monarch on this planet, but...
But what?
It's a long story, but the 140 character tweet version is, family is bae, but then absolute power, thirst.
I apologize. My millennialese is rusty.
Daddy and I have philosophical differences, okay? He likes being king of everything, master of the universe. He'd give me the world, but only if he could rule it. So we're going to have to find out another way to find the Garden of Forking Paths. Anyway, like I said, you're the one who found Proto J. Look, I have resources and pull, royal pull, but I need an actual investigator to help me out here. So basically, I want to hire you, Karl, as the Egalidae Cooperative's detective. What do you say?
Well, I don't know what to say. I've been trying like crazy to tell everyone I'm not a cop anymore, and now I get to be one again, and on the right side of history? It's an offer I can't refuse, Princess.
OMG awesome. I mean, that's great, Karl.
Okay, but what happens to your family? Aren't they gonna be used as hostages against you?
So, where should we start? Any good leads to this Garden of Forking Paths?
I think I mentioned the creator a couple of times. You'll definitely want to talk to him at some point.
We can take a hyperspace trip to see God? Haha, the hardcore atheists will be pissed.
No, the godfather of artificial consciousness. His name is Noah Goertzel.
As in, goertzel-takeda consciousness test?
He really hated the test and considers it a form of scientific slander of his own name. But yes, he was considered one of, if not the most brilliant person of all time. Chances are he knows about the garden. I'd also recommend taking a trip to the Fulcrum, which is the pinnacle of Coastlandia and my family's royal estate within the Stratoplex.
Okay. I'd add the Coastlandia Capitol building. My old boss, Norton Shuffler, works there. I know for a fact he was on the payroll of someone who was trying to capture Proto J.
Since you're lead detective, and as a show of good faith, I'm going to let you choose where we start, but we have a few places to check out. The Superpositor's navigation controls are on your right side. Just enter the 4-dimensional space-time coordinate into the RPS system.
RPS system?
Reality Positioning System, like a GPS coordinate but including time. I just type in the numbers. Like I said, how all this techno-magic works is beyond my pay grade. Well, actually, my net worth is billions of times the scientists and engineers who made this craft, but never mind.
Okay. Our first stop should be Goertzel, the creator. If we try Shuffler or the Fulcrum, we could tip off the enemy.
Guess I should have a look at the control panel on the right and take us to see the creator. Panel. Bunch of graphs, blueprints, schematics of everything from Stratoplex castle interiors to seriously classified looking vehicles to dossiers on the high profile individuals. Oh, I see the navigation controls here. Okay. Got some questions about this machine. How does it work exactly?
How does this work exactly?
Just enter coordinates of the location you want to travel to and the time. The Superpositor craft will autopilot and auto-time travel to the place and time. We can't teleport or time travel into any of the locations in the Stratoplex because the Sky Cities have defensive fields around them.
I guess you don't want a rival Neofeudal army teleporting right into your boardroom or your throne room, or checkmate.
Exactly. So we'll have to fly the old-fashioned way through the atmosphere like a jet plane.
Hey, I've been driving a piece of crap Hyundai with no reverse and duct-taped on bumpers for the last year. Corporate jet? That's more upgrade than I could ask for.
Why don't you just go back and stop all this from happening? Yeah, there has to be limits to your time travel, otherwise it would just completely break the story.
Why don't you just go back and stop all of this from happening? Like in what are those time travel movies?
Terminator and 12 Monkeys and Back to the Future. Yeah, dog. We should just go back, pop a cap in all the royal human bitches' baby mamas. Like Sarah Connor, dog. Oh, no offense, princess.
Unfortunately, time travel doesn't seem to work like that. Going back is not like just airbrushing a blemish on your magazine cover image. When you go back, it's like redoing the photo shoot. Everything changes in unforeseeable ways, and it's basically impossible to go back more than a day without unraveling the space-time consciousness continuum itself. I think that's what it's called.
Okay, so we've got a time horizon of around 24 hours. So me scoring a date with young Scarlett Johansson is out of the question?
Yep. Sorry.
Huh. But even a day could lead to a lot of changes. Okay. Landfill. Spatial coordinates set. Now I just need to set the time I want to travel to. Set time travel settings. Time coordinates. Remain present. I guess if I'm wrong, I can always just keep flipping between times until I get what I want. What if you try to, for the 1 day rule, what if you try to use consecutive 1 days in order to keep going back until you eventually hit the Stone Age? There's no way they let you do that, right? Like, 1 day from the latest time?
Girl, you sure?
Princess.
Princess, baby girl, you sure this be the hood of my mad genius creator nigga?
Yes, this is definitely the place. The GPS coordinates are spot on.
Is it just me, or is it weird that the father of true artificial intelligence, solver of the hard problem of consciousness, and probably one of the most brilliant people of all time, lives in a landfill? I mean, Jobs, it smells awful. Like mold, methane, and dead bodies.
If Proto-J here is the most wanted robot in the world, then Goertzel might be the most wanted human. There are a lot of powerful entities that would love to have him chained up in their clandestine research facilities right now. Goertzel didn't migrate out here for pleasantness or convenience, but to get off the radar. No royal thinks twice about the pile.
And yet you knew about it. If we're talking about scientific achievements, I think Jen deserves a mention too, since they apparently made that chroma tree that seems really useful. Could solve energy problems real easily. Okay. Guess he's not as arch nemesis who I was. Okay. This did not change much from before. So what now?
Well, the entrance to Noel Goertzel's lab is in that little hut there. Try the door?
Never mind. Hey, buddy. You got any vantage point on our situation from the astral plane or insights beaming in from the cosmic background radiation or something? The sound of one hand clapping. Right. I just need to meditate more. Got it. Thanks for the pro tip. Never mind. Any ideas on our next move?
Oh, dog. This scene be sketchy as a robo bitch with cray crabs. We gotta ditch.
We can't ditch. We're on a royal mandated mission. And cray crabs? I feel like I'm gonna regret asking almost as much as bringing you on as my wingman to meet the princess.
Cray crabs, yeah. You know, when she got Cray brand funwear and the dry slack gets little orange and green spots all over the...
Okay, I'm regretting really, really badly. That's all.
Are we standing on blood? What the heck? As for the princess, Sybil, her situation kind of reminds me of Chase from Dystopia, since she turned against her mother, the prime minister, in order to join the rebels. But she was also kicked out of the house by her mom too. So I feel like that was kind of a test of how true her convictions to the cause was. Would you have the same convictions though, Sybil? We'll see in time, once you have to deal with the other Neofeudals fighting you and such. Will you be able to actually stand against someone and face danger like Chase did? What bloody mess. Judging from the coagulation, the victim was killed within the last day or so. The blood track suggests someone or something dragged the body away, although it is virtually impossible to track in the dark through the tangled mess of the garbage mountain. Well, that's disturbing. Oh, wow, you can actually follow me like a party. Wow. Okay, but that's not interactable. Okay. Wait, why are you walking ahead of me? That is very awkward. This barrel's got gunshot holes sprayed up its side. Looks recent, judging from the shiny, newly surfaced metal on the rust. So should we travel back in time? Would that allow us to at least talk to the doctor before he gets gunned down? The hell? Definitely suggests a shootout. The shanty looks like it might fall under a stiff breeze, but there seems to be solid reinforced steel planking in the walls. Definitely a front for something. Unfortunately, I probably can't just kick the door in. A door to a shanty made of garbage. It looks like the doorknob's been shot off. Someone unloaded on this door. Major shut if I had to wager. Okay. I'm not gonna go digging out the bolts with my fingers. Maybe I could use something else. Oh, bullets out of the door hinge. Got the bullet stuck from the door hinge. It should open now, I hope. Okay. Everyone in single file. What is this place? Passage of the Golem is the key?
So, what now?
I suppose you should keep investigating this underground laboratory. Keep me in the loop if you find anything.
Never mind. Hey, buddy. You got any vantage point on our situation from the astral plane or insights beaming in from the sound of...
Yeah, this guy's never got anything I can use.
Never mind. Any ideas on our next move?
I say we take off. Nuke the site from orbit.
What?
Just messing with you, dog. LMAO, you should see your sneery, hard-boiled face all scrunched up.
Never mind.
Okay. Oh shit, there's a dead body. I have no idea what this is, but it looks positively goddamn preternatural. I have no idea what the word preternatural means either, but I saw this clip on Discovery Tube once that was talking about the conscientious quantum gravity or interlocation of membranes that entangle to manifest the holographic universalness are... Oh shit, I got no idea what I'm talking about. Sybil's right. Technology makes your brain hurt.
Oh, Jobs. Oh no. They must have got to him. The Coke Jobs.
Okay, so you're saying the Coke Jobs probably found him down here? Did this?
I don't think it's a probably. Seems like case closed, doesn't it?
Well, sure, but the thing is, from all the near-death experiences I've had with the Coke Job stormtroopers, I take it their workhorse is the RA-31 assault rifle. And this bullet casing on the ground here is for .50 AE, which is incompatible with RA-31.
So you're saying this wasn't an attack by our rivals?
I'm not saying that. Not yet. I've seen the Coke Job's men. Androids, clones. They all look like they came out of the same humor-free vat of Nazi ectoplasm. Anyway, I've seen them blow the face off a sentient humanoid in front of his own wife and kid without flinching. So I don't doubt their brutal ability to play hardball. I'm just trying to piece a story together. Evidence gathering, theory development, detective work. That's what you're paying or retaining me or patroning me for, right?
Of course, Karl. Why don't you investigate and let me know what you find?
This looks like some advanced scientific equipment. I've heard that a lot of consciousness science boils down to neurochemistry, but some of this paraphernalia here looks eerily familiar to the illegal facilities I used to find in abandoned schools and libraries back when I was DEA. The body of Dr. Noah Goertzel, father of artificial consciousness, the creator himself.
Abrasion ring, star-shaped entry lacerations, hair singed off from the muzzle flash. That, plus the shape of the exit wound, suggests the shot was done execution style. There was no gunfight.
Maybe them Coke Job motherfuckers interrogate him first, then cap him when they done?
Possible, but there's no signs of beating or torture. It'd have to be transcranial magnetic suffering inducers, or some of that nanomachine nerve sandpaper.
How about that old school bamboo shoots up the fingernails?
Goertzel's manicure is pristine, so it looks like they just killed him off. Why would you kill off one of, if not the smartest person on the planet?
Goertzel's phone looks like it's locked. If it doesn't have Quantec encryption or spontaneous fission anti-theft deterrence, I might be able to hack into it to gather all of his personal info, communications, etc. It looks like this phone is satellite disabled, operating on a mesh net. Goertzel lives up to his rep as a smart bugger. After all, the tech conglomerates went full Stasi, collecting and claiming ownership of every text document and video users created. Going retro operating system phone tech was the only way to fly for covert ops. Neural scan to unlock. I'm guessing this won't work since people generally encode their own EEG brainwave patterns with their own phones, but I don't see what else to do at this point. Invalid consciousness pattern. It's not gonna kill me, is it?
It's got a quantum encephalograph lock. The only way to open this phone is by brain scan. And the brain we need has been blown to pieces.
Easy peasy, dog. We just scoop up Goertzel's brain jello, stuff it back in him brain pan, like Thanksgiving turkey, then scan his head.
A, that's flacking disgusting. B, the brain needs to be in its original condition, not a bunch of scrambled eggs. And most importantly, C, the consciousness scan requires you to be alive and awake and conscious, since the scanner reads electrical brain activity.
Wait. Isn't there like an emergency unlock or some shit? Like, you got arrested, got your phone taken by popos, and you need your lawyer to sneak into police evidence, delete all your incriminating text to your hustlers and distributors before questioning.
Yeah. I think it was meant as a failsafe in case your brain patterns are altered due to drunkenness or extreme emotions. But yeah. Looks like this phone uses multi-pronged security checks to perform the emergency unlock. It's asking for a DNA sample and a password.
Huh. DNA sample here. Warning, unauthorized theft of personal data belonging to royalty, government officials, E-Clat level corporate executives, and major sanctioned celebrities is prohibited by Coastlandia law and punishable up to and including lifetime indentured servitude or execution. Surveillance and data mining of commoners, undocumented individuals, and other regular users is, however, allowed for commercial purposes. Yeah. Laws for fee, but not for me. Now I know why no one reads the fine print. So goddamn depressing. I should find a DNA sample and unlock the phone. Bodily fluids are the best. An empty vial. Could come in handy if I need a sample of something. Picked a vial. Okay. That's some artwork.
Looks like some kind of Pomo transhumanist street art. Kind of like, what's his face? Robasquiat? Pranksy? I slept through half of my mandatory art history 112 class.
This dog's got some dope tagging skills. For real, yo. All Illuminati sacred geologies and all-seeing golden eyes and shit.
There's something written at the bottom here. Maybe I should take a closer look at this writing.
This red paint, it's got a weird texture. Doesn't look like any oil or enamel or aerosol paint I've ever seen. Almost looks coagulated.
Yes, this is definitely blood. Barely coagulated. This weird mural was painted recently. It says, "The passage of the golem is the key."
Passage of the golem is the key. Not sure what that means. Maybe I should ask the artist if it rings any bells. What do you think about the writing on the wall?
That painting says, "The passage of the golem is the key." You have any idea what that might mean?
Well, as I mentioned, Dr. Goertzel was the lead scientist involved in the Golem project to create the ultimate body.
Could this be referring to a secret passage?
Could this be referring to a secret passage? A sublab, perhaps?
Possibly, but the passage of the golem is the key. Wait, the passage of the golem. There's only one passage in the Bible that refers to the golem specifically by name.
Wow! I never figured you for the religious type.
I was raised agnostic Unitarian, but was trained to exhibit public Christianity for political manipulation purposes. My first boyfriend, this big multi-planetary space travel entrepreneur, was Jewish though, and so I got into the Torah. Till I figured out he only wanted me for my daddy's investment capital. Asshole. Anyway, the passage is Psalm 139:16. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. Unformed body is translated in Hebrew as golem.
Very interesting. What do you think it means?
I'm not sure, but Goertzel was big into esoteric forms of religion, from Christian mysticism to Hindu and Buddhist philosophy to the Jewish Kabbalah. He once said to me, "The unified field of the universe unifies all. Electromagnetic and gravity fields brings together all fields of physics and unifies even the fields of science and spirituality." I had no idea what he'd meant, of course. Dr. Goertzel himself decided on the name The Golem Project, to the confusion of the Neofeudal business people, politicians, and celebrities involved. Votes were split between Project Ubermensch and the Godmaker Initiative. The rest of the members relented, though, when Goertzel threatened to abandon the project.
Golem, the unformed body. Incomplete. You say everyone is after Protege. Do you think that Goertzel might have been playing a longer game with the Neofeudal Lords this whole time? Like, he never actually meant to deliver the completed superhuman body to the Illuminati and your father.
That's possible. Goertzel only agreed to join us because he could not get funding and resources on the scale he needed, except to the Clington Bushes and dynastics like us. I think he thought of us rich royals as unnecessary evil.
What was that passage again?
Psalms 139:16.
That painting says, the passage of the golem is the key. You have any idea what that might mean?
Golem? That's that sketchy transgenic motherfucker in Lord of the Rings. Always hopping around looking for his bling, right? The precious.
I think it's referring to that old Jewish myth about the humanoid being made of clay and magically animated by words etched on his forehead. Golem, not Gollum. But thanks for playing. Any idea where I could find DNA samples for the phone?
Dog? You got iCams, dog? This a motherfucking CSI smorgasbord of blood and brain and all that DNA sampling shit. Come on, Columbine.
Columbine was a school mass shooting. I think you're talking about Columbo. My dad used to watch that cop show.
Bitch, you ain't gotta get all elitist and shit. Front of my throat with your factoids and truthiness.
I know, right? Who needs pesky truth and facts and justice and rights?
Okay, never mind.
Never mind.
Let's see, vial writing. You got a sample of blood from a painting. I know there's the whole artists suffer for the art deal and funding for the arts does not exist outside of big money speculation on Damien Hirst and Van Goghs, but I never imagined artists would be too poor to afford ink. I mean, what is this, a Jackson Pollock rendered through auto phlebotomy? Okay, insert DNA sample here. Only DNA sample to insert into the receptacle. Sample of blood from the wall painting. Okay. Hand, grab this. Put here. DNA sequence authenticated. Does that mean he has to bleed himself out every time he wants to use that? Success. This means the blood on the wall was not goertzel's, which just ups the trippy conspiracy quotient of this murder case. Wait, so if he had used goertzel's blood, it would have failed, huh? Interesting. So this might be from someone else, huh? But whatever. Now we just need to figure out the passcode and we're into goertzel's phone. Passcode authenticated.
All right, we're in business.
Did crash. Garden of Working Papsy XE. Holo camera, hype mail. Can I look at any of these? Welcome to your hype account. This is Hype Mail app. Okay. Mail from this decade, 6 years ago. Hypetech is a transglobal technology company specializing in services including cybernetics, self-driving aero vehicles, spot source outsourcing, and automated life management. All your technology links so you don't have to. Hubs SLR are no stop delivery for tech-savvy despot. Hubsler uses big data analyses of thousands of authoritarian regimes from Pol Pot's Cambodia to the Third Reich to late-stage United States plutocracy, in conjunction of Leviathan, or leading-edge cloud-braced H+ and high superintelligence. Hobsler automates the task of silencing political opposition through preemptive mass surveillance using heuristic algorithms to target dissidents and disrupt underclass organizations through strategic media blackouts, robotic paramilitary strikes, and secret court trials. In the event of mass movement and imminent democracy, insertion of android agent provocateurs at nonviolent rallies, character assassination of movement leaders, and/or extermination of the commoner population by antimatter bomb may be implemented as a last resort. Wow. What? Jack of Diamonds. This is a darkmail app, an encrypted pirate protocol of ad hoc networks designed to operate outside the scope of the broader internet. I have no idea what that means, but CBD had a gray hat on retainer at Nerdsplain how drug dealers, dissidents, spec op types, and disgruntled libertarian programmers use it to keep their digital footprint to a minimum. Timestamp redacted to user privacy settings. Next shipment is ready. As always, send your people. And the location is of the key assets. As I said, if you trace the supply chain, you'll find them. I even embedded a GPS tracker in a batch to make it easy for you. You better be right about this. We won't get another shot. I busted twice and I've been dealt my last hand here. Click to scroll down. I solved the greatest mysteries of the universe and kicked time travel in my sleep. I'm always right. You smug bastard. You know what my employers do to people who fail? It doesn't matter if you're the second coming of Jesus Christ himself. I expected as much. It was the Pharisees, the rulers who wanted the crucifixion. They killed a god, and they created a god who would wash away the sins of the world. You and your religious mumbo jumbo. Our people will be there shortly. Jack of Diamonds. Okay, next it looks like I have to look at either... the whole camera is supposed to be necessary for the story, but Garden of Working Paths apparently gets me an achievement. Okay.
What the hell was that?
Oh no, that didn't sound good.
Is it gonna kill me? What? Wait, what? They must have met before. What the hell? Huh? What's going on here? Could be that the psychic maybe he used his psychic powers to erase memories? I don't know. What?
Who's the player now, dog?
Is this the future? Are these alternate paths? What? Sybil, you traitor! Are these maybe an alternate universe where Sybil decided to remain on the Neofeudal side?
I was tripping balls there, yo! What the flack was that?
I'm not sure, but if I had to guess, I'd say that Dr. Goertzel was reconstructing a prototype of the Garden of Forking Paths device. It supposedly allows the user to access alternate timelines or life streams of reality, which is why we're seeing events that never occurred, such as my father showing up to my Martian graduation in his human flesh.
Wait. I missed that live stream episode.
Maybe the GFP splintered us into different realities?
I like the one where my hip-hop album went platinum, and I was in my G5 limo snorting meth off some sweet raw bitch's titties on the way to a zero-grab after party.
I'm guessing the machine must be either incomplete or broken, since everything was so random. Anyway, there's no possible way to fix it without Goertzel. An alive Goertzel.
Garden of Forking Paths EXE seems to have crashed. It says this application has caused a fatal exception. Retrying the application may result in spontaneous annihilation of the observer, collapse of the space-time consciousness continuum, and/or implosion of the presently instantiated universe. What? It can destroy the universe? Abort, retry, fail.
I don't think I want to risk imploding the universe right now.
Bruh. Is there a penalty for activating this? I don't know. Okay. Can I try it again? I don't think I want to risk employing the universe. Okay, fine. Very well. Hold camera. Can play back 3D photos and videos. Look at the review video record also on this phone. These things usually need some space to project the 3D recording.
That's him! The creator himself!
Holo Video 1.
August 7th, 2032. My birthday, I celebrate as always alone. Well, there is Borges, but he remains obsessed with his artwork. The apple doesn't fall far as it goes. Somewhere far off, my former employers, the rulers of Babylon, seek me out. With their vat-grown hellhounds, their 50 caliber thermo-seeking exterminators. Utter perversions of my life's work. Bastardizations of my children. They are corrupt and send my own progeny to kill me. The father of artificial consciousness. I invented the crux of the royal's power. My magnum opus. My beautiful thinking feeling race of chrome angels who might have brought about the age of Aquarius if they'd only been allowed to show us the way. Those near-sighted elites have corrupted them into mad, twisted inversions of Oedipus Rex, brainwashed into killing their father. How dare they?
2.
It's apparent the Neofeudal royalty, those pretentious upstarts, are intent on converting my Neo-sapiens, what they call humanoid machines, into their personal servants and warriors. How I hate, how I abhor that term robot. Robota, Slavic for servitude, from Rabu, slave. It is some poetic injustice that I was like them. Yes, I was a slave to that inbred dynastic family lined with presidents, celebrities, chief executives, and other useless species of oxygen thief. The Clinton Bush family, obsessed only with control, no true vision, unable to see my masterpiece for what it was. I worked countless hours in their fulcrum laboratory on the hard problem, the secret to consciousness, our existence itself, the meaning of life, thinking naively that I would receive what? Some modicum of praise. Perhaps a seat at the King/CEO, Warren Clinton Bush's inaugural dinner. Perhaps a keynote speech at the G7 or Davos World Economic Forum. A raise? No. I was a robot. All along, I was a slave. When I asked for a place at the master's table, they put me in a cage. Our competitors are attempting corporate extraction of you. We're placing you in a safe zone for your own protection, King Warren said. I must give the Clinton Bushes this. They're masters of political doublespeak. They could spin hell into heaven at a campaign speech. It amazes me how they still have those spoiled morons in the Stratoplex. Useless, overpaid bureaucrats and executives shuttling from board meeting to banquet to party to aerial golf course in their luxury limousines, toasting champagne to each other for their great and free city-state, even as they enslave, murder, and pillage the millions below. Squander all potential. The hubris of it. Our human overlords surely took lessons well from the United States, who suffered its own plutocrat coup d'etat, brainwashed Americans into believing socialism was somehow evil incarnate, even as they enjoyed socialist healthcare, education, law enforcement, paved roads, all things the 99%, the poor law bones, living in the Coastlandia Sunsprawl no longer have, and curse their parents for failing to fight for it. Democracy, a fleeting dream, a Greek joke. At times, I hear the roar of the Zet fighters' engines, the thunder of the Goliath's Dorithium, their meters upon meters of Babylon's shed skin. The defectives, the second holocaust of my children, their dead bodies rusting, rotting in this mountain of garbage in which I live. I know one day soon, my chrome Adam and Eves, corrupted by greed, mentally leashed and turned into killing machines. I know they will find me. The Clinton bushes, the coke jobs, whatever dynasty finds me first, they will surely put me into neuro-lock, strip me of my free will, cage my brain into a vat, and use it to invent new schemes of mass control. Use me like another disposable gadget, a robot, till the tumors set in and discarnation psychosis tears my mind apart. At least, they think they will. But I'll be damned if I ever serve a royal again.
Did he kill himself? What?
I don't know what to say.
It's true, Noah Goertzel used to work for the Clinton Bushes, and yes, my father, CEO King Warren, did hold Goertzel under house arrest against his will. That would explain Goertzel's pseudonym, Galileo.
Goertzel used the term slave.
Yes, that would be accurate, I guess. I protested the decision, though. I swear. In fact, I'm the one that helped Goertzel escape. I couldn't bear to see him locked up. I did everything I could.
Okay, I believe you. But it's obvious Goertzel had it in for the royals, especially your old man, King Warren.
I doubt my father would have Goertzel assassinated. A mind that valuable, he would likely neutralize Goertzel, surgically remove his brain, and have it neurolocked, with Goertzel inserted into a mental matrix prison, or maybe have the brain put in cryo with the other assets.
That sounds worse, actually.
Yes, it's like a crime against humanity, against all sentient beings. But as they say, royalty finds its own uses for things, and King Warren was the epitome of that. At any rate, there is one way we could save Dr. Goertzel.
No way! You're kidding, right? The brain's scrambled and several hours dead. All of King's nanotech, even Quantech, couldn't put that Humpty Dumpty together again.
No, not in this continuum.
What are you saying?
Time travel.
We have the superpositor, remember? It's a space-time craft. Operative word, time.
So, you saying we rewind this YouTube vid clip called Reality back to just before the big G get his head popped?
Yes. We time travel back and stop Goertzel's killers from doing the deed.
Okay, so let's bounce, bae. Jump in that Superfly ride, pull a John Connor untermination up in this bitch. While we in the timeline altering biz, maybe we go back and stop that cop from shooting that unarmed robo-kid, Vatron Martin. Stop the robot riots of 32.
That name, seriously.
It's not quite that simple. The superpositor can only take us about 24 hours into the past. Also, it will only let us lay over in the past for a brief amount of time before the quantum string theoretical manifold. Oh, geez, I don't remember how it works. Point is, we'll get pulled back to the present. We can rewrite history to an extent, but we can't do a long-form blog post. We're limited to a tweet.
A tweet? So we can travel to the past for what, 140 seconds?
It's a little more than that, but not much. And it takes a gigantic amount of energy, which could alert the Koch Jobs dynasty, or my family, to our unilateral action and threaten the entire Egalite Cooperative.
Okay, so we need to know the exact time of Goertzel's assassination. Just going by my gut, I think our next move should be to pay a visit to Norton Shuffler. He was the one that put me on Protégé's case, and it sounded like some celestial powers were leaning on him hard to capture Botboy here. If the Coke Jobs Empire Corporation, whatever, is involved in this, we might be able to get details out of Shuffler.
Unless there's something else I want to check out, we should probably head out for the exit. Well, I already checked out this heteroclite device, unfortunately. It's fried now. Okay, I think we've got enough info here. Exit Dr. Goertzel's lab? Yes, please. I've done everything that was worth doing. Whoa, what the? Huh?
Alright. I think we've learned all we can here. Let's go.
Fuck did you move to the middle of the room first? That was so awkward.
Do you guys hear that?
Was the killer in the room the entire time? Is that the golem? I think that's the golem. He's the one who wrote this.
Jobs Age, Christ, what the hell is that thing?
Oh, damn, dog. That's some flacked up.
Has that been carrying paintbrushes?
Like that alien mutant motherfucker from The Thing.
Guys, I'm a world leader and all, but I don't think it wants to negotiate a peace treaty with Earth. Let's get out of here.
It's an artist, but it probably thinks the artist. That's what your name is. Shoot. Maybe we should have went back for the artist. Damn. Like, maybe the artist wants to avenge their creator. Maybe we could team up, huh? Or maybe we save maybe we save Goertzel in the past. The artist will team up with us. But what's the artist gonna do? Try to just paint on the enemy or something? Good news, we're going to Coastlandia High City.
Hey, good news, man. We're going to Coastlandia High City.
Oh, hells yeah, dog. I'ma be robo-balling all up in them fly-ass sky castles. Just like that hip-hop star, R. Killer, in his music videos.
Right. Just don't do anything stupid to jeopardize our gracious royal benefactress's mission to save the world, okay?
Yeah. I got this, dog. I can be a baller and save the world at the same time. I can multi-track.
Multitask. Never mind.
So, our next move.
So, I think our next move should be to pay my old boss a visit down at the Coastlandia capital.
The capital has regular 9 to 5 business hours, so it will be closed right now. But we can time hop to the future. Going to the past can be risky, tangling up your timelines or causing split ends. Like this one time when I went back and instigated a global revolution that ended World War III, and I had to go back further and change it.
What?
I mean, never mind, I'm joking. Oh, time travel is crazy, am I right?
Anyway, so we're aiming for Coastlandia capital tomorrow morning. Got it.
Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Neofeud. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.